Welcome to the human-powered roller coaster, the Alley Cat Scramble 98. I'm Johnny Jet Fuel.
Jeep No Limits. It's the human power that pushes the limits in every facet of sport. Today's extreme adventure athletes are pushing all the limits on a 240-foot wooden figure-8 monster track. The track is tougher than any road conditions dished out for this elite group of international courier racers. Split-second decisions will make or break this year's best Alley Cat champion. You can't play here if you believe in limits. When we return, the track heats up with over 180 international riders on the Alley Cat Scramble here on Jeep No Limits on TSN. Scramble began more than 11 years ago as a clandestine, somewhat illegal street ride of bike couriers through the streets of Toronto. The Alley Cats are known in Canada's largest city as the best riders on the blacktop, where they perfect their racing strategies and artistry on the bike.
10 years it's been since we started, and now it seems to have grown into this international grouping of riders in every city all over the world that run these street races like mad, and then we have the ability to fly them into the human-powered roller coaster.
The human-powered roller coaster pits the world's best riders against each other and the toughest track yet.
Break it out, coach!
I threw around a lot of crazy ideas on paper bags, and this is what we came up with. We went to purchase one that was in receivership. It was an oval, and we were going to butcher it, like good Alley Cat guys. Right. But it didn't. The deal fell through.
It's wrong.
So we built our own. It's much better.
Last time.
Although the Canucks started the Alley Cat Scramble, the phenomenon among bike couriers gathered steam around the globe with races held in San Francisco, New York, London, Berlin, and Tokyo. This year's showdown in Toronto has attracted nearly 200 of the world's best courier racers to the ultimate showdown on the specifically designed 240-foot track. The competition in the men's race is between Toronto's Joe Diaz and Holland's Dirk Dijkhuis. Joe Diaz rules this sport, ranked as one of the fastest couriers in the world. Born in Angola, Diaz rides 365 days of the year in rain, sun, or snow. But a good race is nothing without competition, and Holland's Dirk Dijkhuis has his eyes set on crossing the finish line first.
Dirk Dijkhuis from Holland. I'm a bike messenger in Arnhem. It's in the east of Holland. It's the best I've ever seen because all the bike messengers get together and it's something totally different from work, and it's so cool. Oh yeah. My tire was all over. Back tire. Back tire, man. Go.
Joe Diaz, just here at the Alley Cat Scramble. I won this event last year and came second twice. And just finished my heat, first heat, and won. Happy, but happy about the result, but not happy about how I am handling on the course. I still haven't found my line. I'm not completely comfortable on it. The only time I get to go is my next heat. I'm still gonna have to find and fight for my line. I mean, it's there. The reason being, this is built better than it ever was before.
Felt great, except the downhill corner. But the back tire just keeps slipping out of course, so don't know, I'm just going to put more pressure in it.
Look on it or look at it or...
No, I'm just going to put more pressure in
Can
it.
you sand it or do anything to help it?
No, I didn't think it was kind of the grip of the tire. It's more the pressure of the tire. It's like not a lot of pressure in it. So,
Well, you look good.
no, well,
Good luck today.
I won. That's good.
While the competition heats up with the boys, the women's race is ruled by this one rider who has burned up the pavement around the globe.
My name's Christopher Pierce. I'm from England originally, and I've careered in Munich, Germany. That's where I started. I crashed here this time last year. I bailed big time. When I first got back on the track again in Vancouver after I crashed here, I felt really kind of very nervous, very sketchy, and then eventually it came back and I was more confident again.
I mean, everyone's kind of having troubles, but at the same time, other people are excelling at it. I remember the first year, members of the Canadian national track team came out, and they got blown away. I've been timing people, and the times have gone down by about an average of about half a second faster, which is a lot when you're looking at a 12 to 13 second loop, right? So half a second is a lot from the first time it came out. Yeah, definitely people are being smart about what type of bikes to ride. People are becoming smarter about the equipment.
This bike's 21, or yeah, this is 1971. You guys like buddy's electric track bike. You have 5 hours on it, man. This thing is so light, it's deadly.
Having the right technology working for you helps to reach no limits as we load up with the North Face.
Speak about custom-built bikes. We have a lot of customers, a lot of racers. They're going to do custom-built bikes. We've got some custom options here. One of the key things, obviously, is frames. You need a frame that's light, it's strong, it's going to be fast, it's not going to rob you of power. Such as, say, this Cannondale frame. It's lightweight aluminum, tapered down tube, short chain stays, solid bridge in between, carbon fork on it. All of this adds up to a bike that's going to give you a lot of power. It's very, very lightweight. Going into things like tires. You want a really sticky tire, something that's going to give you a lot of grip. Something like this. Very, very sticky. If you rub your finger on it, you can feel it. It's actually giving me a lot of grip. That's pretty key. To use really good quality rubber compounds. The tire has a lot of flexibility. It's good casing on it. It's going to conform to the track surface. It's going to help you win races. There's a huge multitude of parts that you can use. Riders in the Alley Cat Scramble. A lot of them are riding custom bikes. They're going to need very, very specific components and frames that are lightweight and very, very fast.
What type of, the most important thing is rubber compound on the tires. That's just so vital, right? Most people are still riding with double compound, which is definitely a no-no. Right. Single compound, hard rubber to go.
Actually, it's not about winning. Yeah, well, it is about winning, of course, but it's not the main issue. It's just having a lot of fun together, and that's it.
It is technical, yeah, because the track, you don't have to ride as fast as you can. It's a lot of finesse in it. We're real competitive because we've beat in World Championships and in European Championships.
Christopher Pierce started riding as a bike courier in 1995, and in the past few years has made her mark on the most intensive bike racing circuit to hit the blacktop. Her desire to win the race has pushed Christopher through the streets of Munich, San Francisco, Amsterdam, Vancouver, Hamburg, and Toronto.
I know you to do. Like some water?
Christmas.
Yeah, I was relaxing a bit, trying to. Once I knew I was ahead of her by about, enough length and then I could just relax.
Yeah, I got the semis coming up.
Semis,
Good for you.
there's guys putting their ass on the line out there on the street when they're racing, and now I think this course is just as demanding, and if not scarier, than street racing.
You bet it's demanding. We'll be back with more crashes and racing when we return on Jeep No Limits. Welcome back to the human-powered roller coaster on Jeep No Limits here on TSN.
My name's Robin Coop, and I'm wearing a couple of different hats here. I'm actually the organizer of the trials competition, the mountain bike trials competition that's taking place here, which is what all these structures are here for. And the idea is simply you ride over obstacles without putting your feet down, and the person with the lowest overall score wins the competition.
My name is Lance Strappy. I talked to Robin Coop, and he told me a little bit about the Alley Cat Scramble. I'm pretty impressed. I like what I see. I've been riding trials for about 4 years. I'm currently national number 4 in the Norba Observed Trial Series. No Limits is basically has to be your mentality, because this whole sport is about knowing how high you can go and thinking you can go higher. Because the second you get intimidated, the second you feel like you can't do it, you get nervous, you tense up, and you really impose limits on yourself.
My name's Ryan Leach. I ride for the Norco Factory Trials team. I got into trials through mountain bike. I used to race cross country and then saw some demos and kind of got addicted. It's a pretty addicting sport. There's no official Canadian championships. It's still pretty low key. In the United States, they have a Norba series. Just got to focus on what you're doing, concentrate on your riding, concentrate on yourself, not about the people around you, the audience. Just gotta do it.
I can go too sharp on the turns, eh?
Yeah. Good call, good call. Yeah, good one. It was a good race. That was nice. For the track, you kind of spec your bike totally different, because it's a lot different from riding the streets. Because in the streets you need like narrow bars to get between the cars and things like that, and you need another gearing and another tire, because the track is like wood and it's not like asphalt on the street, right? So it's pretty hard to choose the right tire and right set of bars. And
The more races I'm doing, I'm getting more used to the track now, because it's different from last year. I'm beginning to find my line again, so I'm getting more and more comfortable with it, for sure. The level of competition is getting higher because people are sticking to the track, right? I mean, maybe I shouldn't have told all these people to go out and buy the right tires, but you know, I love competition, and good karma will come back to me someday.
the strong competitors this year is like, I think Joe Diaz, of course, Johnny Elliott from London, he's, I think, a big favorite. And there's a couple other guys that are real fast. I got beat yesterday, and that was a bummer for me, but I got back in today, so. I kind of lost from this guy from Toronto, it's a local boy, and he was smoking, he was pretty fast. and I just had a bad start, and that's in the preliminaries. It's the thing. You gotta have a good start, and then you're with it. You can keep up your pace, and you win. But I got a bad start, and he got a good start, and so he won. But I won my second time today, so I kind of had the spirit back. You just gotta ride hard, be up front at start, and just go along with it.
Well, the level of competition is much tougher than ever before. It just seems like there's the last year's winners here. There's also a courier from Ireland, which he apparently is a pro road racer in Ireland. And you know, he's at a different level than I am physically, period. Obviously, the track is different, but he's got the stamina. And there's just been a few surprises of people putting in excellent times. So I find this has been the toughest competition so far that I've been in.
Differently, and I was just sliding everywhere. So that's that. You know, I'm disappointed. Yeah.
Get him next time.
Next time. But I was beaten by a Canadian, so that's cool.
All right, you did great, Joe. Thank you.
What's up for me? I mean, I'd still like to pursue road racing professionally. Obviously, my schedule as a courier 5 days a week. Well, it's down a bit, 4 days a week. It's difficult to approach that angle. But I'm also hoping with this event, the LA Cat Scramble, in 5 years or so, that me, myself, and others, as a messenger racer, which is a completely different sport, could make a living as racing in the pro circuit.
1 year after she started racing, Chrisima Pierce won the 1996 European Championships in Hamburg, Germany, and placed first in the sprint race in the World Championships in San Francisco that same year. After crashing in Canada, Chrisima's come to realize that the mental game is as important as the physical game. It's the mental space where the real limits start and finish.
I was keeping behind Stace to begin with. I wanted to stay easy because I've crashed before, so I didn't want to crash again, and I was stuck behind the wheel. I had to choose the right moment to come past.
After losing his spot in the first qualifying race, Dirk Dijkhuis smoked the competition in his second qualifying run. Now he's on the human-powered roller coaster without his toughest rival, Joe Diaz. Now comes the real challenge. Dirk on the velodrome from hell, and 50 laps to reach No Limits.
words?
Oh, I feel pretty lousy now, I can tell you that. I felt greater than ever because my legs hurt it, but I kept up with the pace and it was a pretty good race.
Did you have a strategy going in?
No,
just
no strategy, just go fast.
The only strategy is to win. We'll be right back with more Jeep No Limits here on TSN. Welcome back to the Alley Cat Scramble on Jeep No Limits here on TSN. Now, this is a crazy environment. Here's how to stay sane with Solomon's environmental etiquette. Whether it's road or track racing, you'll go further with a finely tuned machine. Keep the essential extras in an emergency repair kit. It's always a long walk home when the bike goes down. If you tackle the roadways, mind the larger machines on the highway. Keep your head about you and always wear a helmet. There's nothing cool about a cracked skull. Keep a first aid kit on hand just in case. And if you go off trail for maximum training, remember to share the dirt ways with other users.
No limits, just go fast, and if you crash, stand up and ride again. So that's the no limit part about it. It's like you just be with it.
The smart limits, which is trying to really push to the edge, but just being able to keep it inside. You know, being able to keep it inside and be successful at it. So you're kind of like right on the cusp of like failing, but still keeping the limits.
Jeep No info, snail mail us, or check out our website through tsn.ca. Jeep No Limits website is at www.nolimitstv.com.